Tonight's sleep story is called A Night in the Wild. You will follow Dr. Mia Thompson, a dedicated wildlife veterinarian in South Africa, on an unforgettable adventure as she ventures into the dark wilderness to save an injured giraffe. So snuggle up under the blankets and prepare for a wonderful night of sleep. And once you're all settled in, close your eyes. The sun sets over the African savanna, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Dr. Mia Thompson is finishing her daily rounds at the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, checking on various animals recovering from injuries. But just as she prepares to leave for the night, her radio crackles to life. It's a call from a nearby conservation area. A giraffe has been spotted with a severe leg injury. The urgency in the ranger's voice sends a jolt of adrenaline through her body. Mia grabs her medical kit, which contains essential tools, syringes, sutures, antiseptics, and portable ultrasound and x-ray machines. She knows that giraffes can weigh up to 3,000 pounds, and treating such a large animal requires both skill and courage. As she prepares her equipment, she reviews the details of giraffe limb anatomy in her mind. With a flashlight in hand and her medical kit secured, Mia sets off into the dark wilderness. The sounds of the night surround her, the rustle of leaves, the distant roar of lions, and the calls of nocturnal birds. Tonight the moon casts a silvery light on the path ahead, illuminating the way through the dense brush. As she walks, she reflects on the challenges of wildlife medicine. Unlike domestic animals, wild creatures can be very unpredictable. Giraffes, despite their gentle demeanor, can kick with the force of a sledgehammer. After some time, Mia reaches the conservation area. She approaches the site where the injured giraffe was last seen, moving quietly to avoid startling it. When she arrives, the sight of the injured animal tugs at Mia's heart. It is still standing tall, but limping in pain. Mia can see the wound is deep, and she knows that every moment counts. Once close enough, she decides to sedate the giraffe before assessing the injury. Mia carefully calculates the dosage of anesthetic and prepares her dart gun. With a steady hand, she aims for a muscle mass, ensuring the dart will penetrate quickly and effectively. The tranquilizer takes effect swiftly, and the giraffe begins to sway gently before lying down, allowing Mia to approach with less risk. She feels a mix of relief and determination as she kneels beside the animal, now calm and resting. With the giraffe sedated, Mia takes a moment to assess the wound. There is significant laceration of the skin. She knows that without treatment, the giraffe could suffer from infection and severe blood loss. Mia retrieves her portable x-ray machine to evaluate the extent of damage. She also prepares her ultrasound device to assess for any soft tissue injuries, hoping that the combination of both these imaging modalities will provide a comprehensive view of the giraffe's condition. After taking the x-rays, Mia analyzes the images. Thankfully, there are no fractures, just superficial soft tissue damage. Relieved, she turns to the ultrasound, applying the gel and carefully moving the transducer across the area. Ultrasound reveals bruising and swelling, but no significant damage to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and joints. Understanding the severity of the situation, Mia prepares to clean the wound. She takes out a saline solution, repeating to herself, "Dilution is the solution to pollution." And so she carefully flushes the wound several times to remove debris and bacteria, ensuring it's nice and clean before she begins to suture. After cleaning, she begins suturing the laceration, using a horizontal mattress suture pattern as there is significant tension tugging on the edges of the wound. This technique allows her to close the wound securely while relieving tissue tension to promote better healing. With each stitch, she recalls the principles of wound healing. After suturing, she applies a protective dressing and gives antibiotics to prevent infection. As Mia finishes the procedure, she hears rustling in the bushes nearby. Suddenly, a family of elephants emerge from the shadows. Mia watches in awe as the gentle giants pass by, their presence a reminder of the beauty of the wilderness. Once the elephants have moved on, Mia checks the giraffe's vitals. She monitors its heart rate and breathing, feeling relieved to see stable readings. Mia knows that while the immediate danger has passed, the real challenge lies ahead, ensuring the giraffe heals properly in the wild. But just as Mia prepares to leave, a sudden growl reverberates through the air, freezing her in place. Her heart races as she recognizes the sound of a predator, likely a lion, drawn by the scent of the bloody wounds on the tranquilized giraffe. The reality of being alone in the wilderness hits her hard. Mia quickly assesses her surroundings, her flashlight beam slicing through the darkness. She knows very well that lions are opportunistic hunters, and if they detect weakness in their prey, they won't hesitate, so she cannot risk drawing attention to the giraffe or herself. In a split second, she decides to stay close to the giraffe, knowing that its presence could deter the lion. Mia tries to keep calm as she prepares for the worst. As she waits, she hears the crunching of leaves and a low growl getting closer. Mia's mind races with thoughts of survival strategies. She recalls that lions typically hunt in groups, so she knows she could be dealing with more than one. The growls grow louder and Mia's flashlight catches movement in the underbrush. Suddenly, a lioness steps into the light, her powerful frame silhouetted against the moonlit landscape. She surveys the scene, her golden eyes locking onto the vulnerable giraffe. Mia holds her breath, her heart is pounding. She remembers the importance of keeping a low profile and gently places her hand on the giraffe's neck. The lioness takes a cautious step forward, clearly interested in the downed giraffe. Mia knows she only has moments to act, so she quickly reaches for her medical kit, retrieving a flare gun. It's an unconventional tool for this situation, but she hopes its loud noise and bright light will deter the lioness. With a steady hand, she aims the flare gun away from the giraffe and pulls the trigger. The flare shoots into the air, bursting into a brilliant display of light and sound. The lioness startles, instinctively backing away. Mia feels a rush of relief as the lioness glances back at her, eyes wide open with surprise. The unexpected brightness and noise disrupts the predator's focus. With a final growl, the lioness turns and disappears into the shadows, retreating into the safety of the night. Once the danger has passed, Mia takes a deep breath. Her heart is still racing. She knows just how close she came to a potentially dangerous situation. Mia turns her attention back to the giraffe, who is still quite sedated. As the night deepens, she realizes how much she loves this work, despite its unpredictability. The soft sounds of the wilderness, crickets chirping, owls hooting, create a comforting backdrop as she continues to monitor the giraffe. Sitting beside it, Mia pulls out her notebook. Under the dim light of her flashlight, she begins to jot down her thoughts and observations. She writes, "Tonight was intense. I can't believe how close I came to a hungry lion. It's a reminder of how fragile life can be out here in the wild. But I also feel grateful for the opportunity to help this magnificent creature. Each moment spent in this beautiful landscape reaffirms my commitment to wildlife conservation." And as she writes, she reflects on her connection to nature, feeling a deep sense of belonging. As the first light of dawn begins to creep across the horizon, Mia feels a gentle nudge on her shoulder. The giraffe is stirring. She walks a safe distance away to give it enough space. Mia watches in awe as the giraffe slowly stands, its long legs stretching gracefully. It looks around, and for a moment they share a quiet connection. An understanding that transcends words. The giraffe takes a few cautious steps, testing its leg. After some moments of uncertainty, the giraffe begins to walk more confidently. Mia feels a wave of relief wash over her. She follows the giraffe, keeping a respectful distance, allowing the animal to rejoin its herd. As the sun rises higher, painting the sky in soft pastels, Mia knows her work is not yet done. She'll continue to monitor the giraffe from afar, ensuring it heals properly and can thrive in the wild. With a heart full of gratitude, Mia heads back to her vehicle, the sounds of the savannah awakening around her. She takes one last look at the giraffe, now gracefully mingling with its herd. Tonight's adventure was just one of many in her journey as a wildlife veterinarian. With every challenge, she feels more connected to the wild, understanding that each creature plays a vital role in the delicate balance of nature. As she drives away, the horizon stretches before her, filled with endless possibilities and new adventures waiting to unfold.